You're watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So today I'm going to be responding to RJ's Knives open tag for knives that I bought because of YouTube. So basically the premise is that you purchased a knife either because another YouTube content creator influenced you to buy it through a video or from a comment in one of your videos or someone else's video from one of our many subscribers in the knife community. So I am going to actually have zero problem doing this video. Let me explain why. I had already had this very same idea and had all the knives pulled to do this very video. And I was going to do it as an open tag as well. So it's almost as if RJ was spying on me. I mean, like, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that he dropped the video. I had planned to do it actually yesterday when I did the review of the Marbles Copperhead. But then I kind of had a second thought. I'm like, I haven't even shown this knife on the channel before. Should I not review it first, right? So I kind of put that video off, this video idea that I was going to call YouTube Made Me Do It. That was going to be the name of the video. So the fact that he came up with this open tag is just, I guess we all just kind of think alike, this traditional guys. And, you know, you're going to get repetition because of that. And that's fine. I chuckle because it's just, it blows my mind how often things like this happen where I'm about to do a video and someone has just done the review of the same knife, or, you know, it's great. To me, it's not something that's upsetting. It just makes me laugh because it's like, okay, so now what am I going to do? But no, RJ, great tag. I already had all the knives pulled, so this is going to be the most easy video to prepare for I've ever done. I literally have all the knives on my desk ready to go. So there was no thinking involved at all in the making of this video because it had already been done. But yes, this first knife, let me say, this was influenced by Paddy. You're thinking, well, maybe that was influenced by New Jersey because he's a huge Copperhead guy. But I actually saw a review of this from Paddy's Potato Peelers, and I thought a lot of this knife. The instant I saw it, I was like, I'm definitely getting that one. So, yes, Paddy's Potato Peelers influenced this this knife, and I've done a review of it. It was just done. So if you want to check that out, be my guest. Went over it, and great to tell. So there you have it. The first one, real easy. Paddy's Potato Peelers. Paddy's Potato Peelers. Nobody can pronounce my channel name either, so I don't feel bad when I kind of hack one up for the other guys. Now, here's the next knife. I think I've talked about this one before, as a matter of fact. Two channels are kind of the influence for this one. The Cub Lockback, both William and Tobias, commented that I should try this one out. And I went back and watched their videos to kind of get a better look at the ones that they had. And I'm really glad I did because I kind of, at the time, I had a shortage of smaller knives, and this knife really fit the bill as far as something that was more durable but also quite small, and ended up being one of my favorite fifth pocket carries. And I did a video about that as well, and you guys could check that out. So that's one I actually have had on the channel before and reviewed. But yes, so Tobias and Williams Knife Life were big influencers on me buying on that particular one. Now here's another, and I just got done watching Jolly Peanuts video, and he was also influenced by Pete for this small canoe. Well, same goes for me. I was influenced well. He was super passionate about having one of these smaller mini canoes. I guess it's a small canoe, not a mini canoe. I think I've seen it called both, but I think I would call it a small canoe. And I already was in love with the canoe pattern, so it wasn't much of a stretch for me to, just get a smaller version of what I already liked. And I'll be getting more of these. This is the first of probably many, but this red pick bone one was a nice one. I thought that would be kind of be a good standard to go to for the first one to check it out. And I'm really happy with it. The blades are nice and stout. It has a really good snap and lock up to it. You know, the pull on it's really nice and strong. All things I look for in a canoe. And now I've just got a smaller version of that type of knife, and you know, can fit in the fifth pocket. So it's another fifth pocket carry, much like the Cub Lockback there. Another one that was influenced by Jersey was this one. I've yet to do a review of it. I've been putting off doing the review. I have several in this series. I'm just going to do an actual series review of this set of knives, and I've been waiting to get the Canoe so I could do that, and I don't have it yet. Money's been tight, so it's just been kind of putting that off. But I do have this one, and it's the Wharncliffe that was heavily influenced by Jersey to get a hold of, and I just really enjoy the. I didn't have a lot of Wharncliffes at the time, and I know a lot of people have been saying, they've just been putting Wharncliffe out over and over again. So I kind of see that now, but at the time I really didn't have a whole lot. I had that sway back that I carry that has a nice Wharncliffe on it, but no, now this is another of the favorite series of knives that I have. Along with that ram's horn that Marbles made, this Sawcut bone here, it's just gorgeous. So I have this, and I'll probably be doing a review at some point on this just entire series of knives. I have maybe 3 or 4 of them when I get the review started. So there's that. Another one from New Jersey Knife Guy. What else? Yeah, next we have this one. This was from Tobias. Now, I've never reviewed this knife, so this was another that maybe I kind of was going to put off this type of open tag because I had not done a review of the knife yet. But this one was heavily influenced by Tobias. He's a huge scout collector, or, you know, like scout knives collector. And this is the older Rough Rider that has the can opener that actually works, or sorry, not can opener, bottle top opener that actually works. He's been kind of frustrated with the newer models of these scout knives from Rough Rider, and they won't actually open a bottle with the bottle opener. But this has got the old style can opener on it, and of course your spear point blade there. Now this one was a little bit of a disappointment because it kind of sticks, so I just really haven't. I don't think I'll probably be getting a bunch more of these. It's really just not kind of my thing. It's okay. It's just you know, it's a few little problems with it that, you know, it's too much like what I grew up with, and like I guess just reminds me of, you know, the Scouts. I was in the Scouts. I was a Cub Scout. And so I've kind of just grown past that. I don't know, more of a knife that doesn't make me feel like a little kid. So I think that's kind of why I don't want to collect a whole lot of the Victorinox too. It just kind of reminds me of my childhood, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of ready to grow up to a grown-up knife. And not that this is a kid's knife, but that's kind of how it makes me feel when I use it. So I've kind of gotten away from them. Up next is one from Jolly Peanut. He was a heavy influence of this. Now, I was going to buy this anyway, but then when I saw his video, that kind of pushed me over the edge. And I really just kind of fall in love with this little Svord mini peasant knife. This one's red plastic handle, and there's a wood one I really like, but that one's kind of pricey for what you're getting. But the easiest way to open and close it, I've just been using something like your pant leg to open it and stuff, but you can still open it like this, yeah. But I figure like you're farming or something, you're not probably trying to open it like a flipper. But yeah, this is just a knife, historically speaking, that I was going to pick up. And then when I saw Jolly Peanuts, I was like, yeah, definitely got to get that one. And so I just have not yet reviewed that. I'm going to probably do a series on some historically significant knives, and that was going to be one of them. Up next, this one's definitely definitely an influence from Mr. Knife Detector. Now, Tobias and Knife Detector both like these, but I think Knife Detector might be even more nuts for him. And it's just a brute of a knife. It's super heavy, and when I play with this knife, the first thing I think of is like, if I was trying to try to protect myself with this knife, I think I would probably chunk this at some dude's head, because this thing is a solid brick. And never throw your weapon away. I don't know. I think I would just freaking throw this as hard as I could at somebody's face if they were attacking me before I'd use it as a weapon, because it just would knock them out. I mean, it would be like a David Goliath situation where you just get tapped right in the face, and that'd be the end of it. But yeah, this thing's just a brute, and I wanted to check out the pattern, see how much I liked it. This particular one isn't great just because the secondary blade's super rough. I need to break it in, and it's kind of gritty. Yeah, it does have a really gritty feel, but it does lock up really good. But it needs some breaking in. But this is that Mule series from Rough Ryder and G10, so really affordable series if you're looking for an elephant toe or a sunfish. But that comes to you via Knife Detector. Yeah, he was a huge influence on this. So shout out to Knife Detector for that one. Now up next we got another Cub Lockback. Now I had already had this one, and I was looking to find something a little fancier. This one being a little plain for, like a gentleman's carry. And this came, by way of Mr. Barlow. He had this shown recently on his channel, and I just thought that the Abalone on this was really pretty, so I picked this one up, and I'm really glad I did. But again, this was one I was going to review, but I don't know. It's one of those things. Do you review it, or do you, when you do one of these videos with multiple knives, it's sometimes hard to decide whether you should break it up or do a larger video. And I know you guys like ones with multiple knives, but sometimes that's really not that possible, because then you can't get in depth with each of the knives and really talk about them in any serious way. Up next is another knife influenced by a recent series of videos done by North Star Knife Reviews. He has been doing a look at some of the Scandinavian and Finland knives, and knives made in Northern Europe. So this one is the Mora knife. This is the, what is this? The basic. It says on here the basic 511. I think it is. Yeah, basic 511. It says there, made in Sweden. And these are just really brutes of knives for a work knife, and that's why I bought it. I just bought it for a work knife. You got this plastic handle, but these blades are just insane for what you get them. They're like $10, I think. So awesome that you can get like a foreign-made knife from Sweden and a carbon blade, and just a nice slicing blade there. So $10, I mean, couldn't go wrong with that. So, and I'm not even a fixed blade guy, so you can see how much I was influenced by that. Thank you so much, RJ, for coming up with this. You kind of just forced it into to my ideas. Forced me to make the video that I was already going to make. But here is the final one. We've got this Roper Knives gift set, and this one was influenced by the man himself who created the open tag, RJ's Knives. We got a regular medium-sized Stockman here, and then a Lockback from Roper in this little gift set. Now these are 8CR bladed knives. They aren't the regular 1065, but you know, this gift set is really inexpensive. I think it's like $20 for the two knives. So, but I really like these yellow handles in the Roper line of knives, and I think they look really old-timey. Kind of nailed it on the color on these. So there you have it, guys. There is I'm constantly influenced by other YouTubers, and they just do such a great job. I love this community. What can I say? They know their stuff, and they pick out some great stuff. So there you have it, guys. I hope I didn't ramble too long. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Everybody have a fantastic day. Take care.